I have a challenge for you today. The question is going to be, where could you spend a little extra time to make your day's ride or your training session so much better, and maybe over time to even really change the relationship between you and your horse? Thank you for being here. This is the next episode in my weekly show. There's so many times that we just go too fast. We rush to the barn because we've got to be ready for a lesson, or because we only have maybe an hour to ride and then we've got to be somewhere else. So we go through this, the whole process of going out to our horse and tacking up and going in for the ride with a little bit of an air of feeling rushed. There's always something else that we've got to get to in our day. But what I would encourage you to think about is how spending just an extra few moments, how picking just one area to go a little bit slower in, to be more mindful and observant of your horse in that time, how that could make a big difference to the whole process. It helps your horse feel like you're actually connecting with them and like you're slowing down enough to notice and to respond to some of the little things that they do. It also is going to make the process more enjoyable to you, because with the riding, what most of us are really searching for is that feeling of partnership with the horse. It's the joy of being with the horse. It's not just about improving our riding skills. So here's the question: where in the process could you spend an extra 5 minutes? This might be a little different for everyone. So is it when you get to the barn, do you need to take 5 minutes to just walk around, maybe walk around one of the pastures and just kind of come down from the stress of your workday or whatever you were doing before you got there? Maybe it's when you actually go out to catch your horse. Could you go out and just stop and stand with them for a few minutes instead of rushing right up with the halter? Maybe it's in the process of bringing your horse from where you halter them out in the field or in their stall to actually bringing them where you start tacking up. It could be that you go a little slower and you stop and you let them graze a little bit, or you explore some things as you go along together. Maybe it's actually when you get in the barn and you start tacking up. Would an extra 5 minutes of just grooming help to slow things down for you? Perhaps it's when you get in the arena, spending an extra 5 minutes walking around and syncing up with the rhythm of your horse, focusing on your breathing, allowing your horse to kind of adjust to the being in that space and getting ready for the work that you're going to do together. Or perhaps it's even after your ride. Maybe it's turning your horse loose afterwards, and instead of rushing back to put things away and get in your car, you just sit down in the field and you hang out for a few minutes. So what I'd encourage you to do, when we want to make changes like this, going from being rushing to slowing down, don't try to do it all at once. But instead, just pick one place. Where's one place in the process that the next time that you go out to see your horse or ride, that you could spend just an extra 5 minutes. Put your reply down in the comments. You'll get some great ideas from reading the comments and the ideas that others have here as well. And then follow up. Let us know how it went and if you noticed a difference in yourself or in your horse during that day's session.